like to welcome everyone to Cities and County Subcommittee of Local Government. At this time, I'd ask for Lucas Hutchison to call the roll.
Vice Chairman Calfee. Here. Representative Chisholm. Here. Chairman Crawford. Present. Leader Gant.
Here.
Chairman Helton. Here. Representative Miller.
Present.
Vice Chairman Wright. Here. Chairman Moon.
Present.
Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Hutchison. Did you call Representative Chisholm? I missed that. Thank you. Thank you. We do have a quorum. Do any members wish to recognize any guests? Seeing none, before we hear the calendar today, the chair will review the rules of the committee. We intend to start on time. Members who will not be present for a scheduled committee meeting or who will be late should notify the chairman's office in advance. To maintain a quorum, this committee must have 5 members present at all times. If you're required to leave the committee during the meeting, please notify the clerk or committee staff. This committee will provide all calendar information to its members in the form of a weekly e-pack, amendment packs via email, or through the dashboard application. A marked calendar will also be provided to the members by email prior to the committee meetings. Due to COVID restrictions, no physical materials will be provided in the committee meetings. Bills and amendments. All bills to be heard in the committee must be placed on notice via the House portal by 3:30 on Wednesday, the preceding the hearing date. To be considered timely, amendments to be considered in this committee must be received by Chairman Crawford's office, Suite 540, by 10 a.m. on Mondays. Amendments must be barcoded and signed by the bill sponsor or a member of the committee to be considered. If a substantial amendment is not timely filed with the committee, the bill will have to be recalendared if the sponsor wishes the amendment to be considered. Technical corrections, non-substantial items, we will handle, but not any of significance. Bills passed by the subcommittee will automatically be placed on the next available full committee calendar unless the committee receives written requests from the sponsor to set an alternative date. By rule, a bill may be calendared 3 times in a given committee, after which it will be sent to a special calendar to be heard along with the final committee calendar of this committee. Bills not heard due to time constraints will be rolled to the next available calendar. This will not count toward the 3 calendar limit rule. Sponsors who wish to take a bill off notice should notify the committee chairman in writing prior to the scheduled hearing. Any changes, charter legislation must be accompanied by a supporting resolution of the governing body affected by the change. No bill may be considered that does not have a companion bill in the Senate. Testimony on bills may be allowed as the chairman's discretion will be limited depending on the time available. It's incorrect. This committee will no longer allow testimony that has not been requested 24 hours in advance. Presentation media to be used during testimony must be provided 24 hours in advance for approval. Unapproved materials will not be allowed. When there are numerous persons on a list to speak on an issue, the chair may impose a time limit. When testimony by multiple parties have been requested on an issue, the chairman may require that they designate a single representative to present their position. Votes and motions to pass a bill must receive the affirmative votes in the majority of those present and voting. Two-thirds vote of the members present is necessary for the questions been called. If there's an objection, it requires a two-thirds vote of the committee. Any motion to reconsider by the committee on action on a bill must come from a member who voted on the prevailing side, and the majority of the members present and voting, the 4 members would be required to vote in favor. Roll call votes may be requested by the bill sponsor prior to the vote being called for, or a show of 3 or more hands of the members. while voting is taking place, but before the vote has been announced. Members who wish to have their vote recorded on a voice vote should notify the clerk of their vote. Members may request to change their vote after the vote's taken, but should notify the clerk of the change. The clerk's been instructed not to accept any vote that changed or would alter the outcome of the vote. Decorum. The chair intends to maintain decorum in the committee. There will be no running debate. Debate should always be on the topic, and personal attacks will not be tolerated. Members who appear before the committee will maintain appropriate dress per House rules. No clothing, props, or personal displays of political messaging will be allowed whatsoever. Members should turn their cell phones off or silence while in committee and limit the phone use during testimony. We ask the members of the committee and the audience please to step out of the hearing room when they take a call. Per House rules, no member of the committee or staff may record video or live stream while the committee is in session. Photography is permitted. These restrictions do not apply to the general public. Due to COVID restrictions, we must limit audience capacity to the available seating. No standing audience will be allowed in the committee room. A copy of the committee rules and policies will be sent to the membership following today's meeting. Are there any questions on the rules? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and take up today's calendar. And the first bill on the calendar is House Bill 182, and Representative Jernigan has asked that be rolled for 1 week. Is there objection? Hearing no objection, that 182 is rolled for 1 week. Next bill is House Bill 365 by Representative Russell. He has contacted me in writing, and that bill is off notice. The next bill, third bill on today's calendar, is House Bill 448 by Chairman Sapicki.
Motion on the bill.
Motion on the bill. Is there a second? Motion is second on the bill. Chairman Sapicki, you're recognized on House Bill 448.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members, good morning to everybody. We are ready to go. So here it is. House Bill 448 is a private act change from the City of Columbia asking to establish a civil service board. It's a pretty straightforward bill. They're asking for your approval. I'm required to carry this bill.
A discussion by the members. Chairman Crawford, motion. We have a motion on the bill in a second. We had that earlier. Chairman Crawford, you're recognized on the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In taking time reviewing for this particular meeting today, reading through this bill and everything, I understand, is this a private act for your community?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Chairman Sapicki.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead, Chairman.
Thank you. Reading through it and seeing, in my opinion, what is some legitimate opportunities to make things maybe a little better. I don't really understand why we want to maybe limit this. Right now, it's only applying to the City of Columbia, the way I understand it. I would like to see, with the way the bill's structured, with a few changes in it, I think it's something that we could maybe benefit from statewide. And I have not had a chance to talk to the sponsor on this, but I would like to see us spend a little time looking at it, see if we could make this a little better. Would you have any objections to me asking that this be studied, and let's put it in summer study to be looked at, see if it could be benefit statewide?
Chairman Sapicki.
No, I would take that as a welcome to try to make this bill better.
Chairman Crawford, are you making a motion?
I would like to make that motion that we send this to summer study to be looked at.
Motion to send House Bill 448 to summer study. Is there a second? Second. Vice Chairman Wright seconds. Discussion on the motion. Motion we're voting on is to refer House Bill 448 to summer study. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. Sent to summer study. Thank you, Chairman Sapicki.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Look forward to working with you all.
That's the last item on today's calendar. Are there any announcements? We'd like to welcome new members, Leader Gant, Representative Miller, Representative Chisholm, Chairman Esther Helton. I think I've covered everybody else, familiar faces. We appreciate each of you serving. We have a, no, that won't happen. We have Metro, we have city government representation. We've got a lot of knowledge on this committee, and I'm honored to serve with each one of you. We've got our staff, Lucas Hutchison, Doug Garrett, legal, Nathan Witt, research analyst. We've got an intern, Donald Hall. Is Donald present? Don't think so. And we've got from the clerk's office, Spencer Shaw, back in the corner, and we have Master at Arms, Wayne Hawkins. So thank you for everything you do for this committee and will do for this committee in the future. Any other announcements? Without objection, we'll stand adjourned. Hearing no objection, we're adjourned. Yes, sir. We good on, we'll be able to take care of Darrell.